The main takeaway from this video is going to be to show you how light interacts with spheres as they travel around the sun or the stars. Here you'll see that the dark side of the sphere is always half dark. The other side is half illuminated, no matter where it is as it's traveling around the light bulb. In our case, the moon and the earth go around the star, the sun, and half is always lit up. The half that's always illuminated is the daytime. The dark side is nighttime. It doesn't matter where we are in terms of the sun. Whatever side of the earth is facing towards the sun is daytime, and whatever side is not facing the sun is nighttime. Now, as the moon travels around the earth, it's interesting to think about how that changes what we perceive from earth in terms of moon phases. Both are always half lit, no matter where they are as they travel around the sun. Our perspective, again, is different. Doesn't matter where that moon is while it's going around the earth, half is always lit up, but what we see is a little bit different. We don't always see the full half being lit up. So what changes is the perspective. While half is always lit, what we see from Earth is different. So take note, if the sun in the model is on the left, we'll see a third quarter here. If the moon's a little bit in front of the Earth, we'll see a waning crescent. If the moon is in between the Earth and the sun, and at just the right angle, we won't actually see the moon. It'll look almost phantom-like. Now, as the moon travels around the Earth, it starts to crescent again. It goes waxing crescent to the first quarter, to a waxing gibbous, and now that the moon is behind the Earth, we'll see a full moon. So in this model, if it goes sun, Earth, and then moon, this is what we'll see. It roughly takes about 29 days. Now, from a new moon, I like to think about it like the moon is getting bigger. It's maxing. So, as it goes from new moon to full moon, that is called waxing. If it's behind, it's called a gibbous. If it's in front, it's called a crescent. And then, from the full moon to the new moon, it's waning. And the way to remember that is like it's waning, because it's getting smaller. It always travels in a counterclockwise motion around the Earth. The waxing is maxing, getting bigger, and from full to new, it's waning, or waning, because it's getting smaller. So again, if you'll notice, the gibbous phases are behind the Earth, the crescent phases are in front of the Earth, the new moon's also in front, and the full moon is in the back. Both the first and third quarter are perpendicular. So while half is always illuminated, what we see from the surface of Earth, if you were to write this out now from a left to right sort of timeline, you'll see that it progresses. The light will move in from the right. That's kind of the trick to remember. So you'll go from a new moon, and the light will creep in from the right and leave to the left. Right from the right, leave to the left.